Everyone, welcome to the Useless Corner. We're the two idiots who suck and decided to make a podcast. So here we are. I'm Shan. There's Finn over there. He's super epic and hot and sex. So,
Yo.
we talk about a variety of stupid things. Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Okay.
How's that?
Great. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Anyway.
Anyway, what was it again? Oh, it was streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, streaming on YouTube.
Versus Twitch.
Yeah.
You're the one who this is most affected. So, I'd like to hear your take on it first.
Okay, so obviously, YouTube is absolute garbage at giving out notifications in general, but even more so when it comes to streams. It's like Finn, he has all notifications on. Sometimes he didn't get notifications that I was streaming at all. It was a massive scam.
Yeah.
So,
Which is
like,
weird
YouTube,
because I feel like the one thing YouTube is good at is giving stream notifications because most of the time if you have personalized, yeah, that's the one, personalized notifications on, it doesn't give you any notifications at all unless it's a stream for some reason. That's like the one thing I get notifications for if it's set to personalize the streams. It's
yeah.
somehow YouTube still failed at giving me notifications that you're streaming.
Yeah, the only person it ever gives me notifications that they're streaming is Bad Boy Halo for some reason. Probably because he never actually uploads normally. So it's like, take what you can get.
Dang.
Um, But yeah, that's like the only time it ever gives me notifications. Even when you used to stream more often, sometimes I wouldn't get the notifications until way later.
Yeah.
So that was a scam. And then, I was like, well, Twitch is made for streaming. It gives people notifications, even if it takes like 5 minutes for it to actually go out. And then we went, and then your notification when you were streaming one time didn't go out, and it was like, what?
Yeah. And then your
And
notification didn't go out one time. I remember you were streaming Minecraft, and I found out like a few days later. Wait,
oh
you streamed?
yeah,
And you're like,
I was
yeah.
I was on the serotonin world. Literally, no one showed up, and you were checking Twitch, and you were like, "Oh wait, you streamed the other day?" I was like, "Yeah, did you not get a notification?" So, this is pretty garbage either way. At least on YouTube, I had a bigger audience because people actually cared, even if it wasn't that many.
Yeah.
On Twitch, I get like zero viewers, maybe one. Like I thought it would be good to go to Twitch because it's made for live streaming. People go there because they want to see streams. But then the fatal flaw: nobody wants to watch new streamers, just the
Yeah.
popular ones.
I've been doing a little research, and by research I mean accidental research, because just randomly running into videos and getting information from that. Um, I basically heard that YouTube, like, lately has been just as good as a streaming platform as Twitch, and a lot of people who used to stream
I
on
actually,
Twitch
I've
are moving back to YouTube now.
I've heard that as well from Purple Cliff. He's a Pokemon YouTuber. He said that YouTube's been a lot better than Twitch lately, which if that's the case, maybe it's time to go back.
Yeah, but like, yeah, ironically enough, I was watching this Pokemon YouTuber I used to watch back in the day. He was like, "Yeah, I'm back on YouTube now because my fan base is actually there, so I'm actually going to get viewers now."
Always nice.
So yeah, I think a lot of people are, if they have like a larger following on YouTube, are going back to YouTube to stream now because YouTube is now better than Twitch, which was made for streaming, which really says a lot about Twitch.
Really gotta wonder if like YouTube's actually gotten better or Twitch has just gotten worse. Because I know
I think
people
it's probably
have been
both.
complaining.
I think it's definitely both. I think a lot of people have been like just thinking like lately that Twitch is just dumb because they keep censoring this and that, and they keep trying to be like, I mean, obviously, we know YouTube is always trying to lean more towards being profitable, but Twitch just doesn't care and will do anything to be profitable.
Not to mention how absolutely sexist they are.
Oh yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like over the past few years, Twitch has just gone downhill and downhill, and I feel like a lot of people have realized that lately, which is why they're going back to YouTube. And I think yeah, and I think another reason is yeah, YouTube has gotten better. I think they're doing a bit better at notifications because I've been realizing lately more than ever before that stream notifications just are going out and going out if even if I just have them set to personalized. And I also
Well, I really hope that YouTube is getting better.
yeah, so I don't think I'll be really using my Twitch account anymore. If I really want to stream, I'll probably do it on YouTube just because of
I was actually thinking probably like a week ago by this point about streaming on YouTube just to see how it would go, but you know me, always tired, so didn't do it.
yeah,
But I really think I should try again sometime soon.
yeah.
Mainly just because like even if the notifications don't go out, I like that there was actually people in chat.
Yeah, no, I mean, the main reason why I don't want to stream on Twitch anymore, unless I really, really just, just don't care, is because at least on YouTube I get like maybe 2 or 3 viewers. On Twitch I get zero. Just a flat zero.
Yeah. Huh, but then there's hopefully if they are fixing streaming, they've fixed this a little. But the fact that like if you don't get a lot of interaction on a live stream, you have to like have it unlisted or privated, otherwise it'll hurt your analytics, which hurts your channel, which means you're going down into the not recommended hole even further.
Oh, I'm already at the bottom. There's nowhere up. There's nowhere to go but up or the same.
Fair enough.
They say
I
once
could
you're at the
probably still
bottom,
go down, but
yeah, you can still go down. I'm just bottom of the barrel. $3 ad revenue per month doesn't get much worse than this.
it's gotten to the point where Shanman Games, in terms of like for its size compared to normal Shanman channel, is doing better. Just because like Mr. Shanman constantly losing subscribers, Shanman Games actually gaining.
Yeah, it could only help my channel because actually, hold on. I haven't uploaded in 2 months. Why is my channel like all green numbers now? Wait, what?
I don't know, mine are all not green.
um oh man, this is so depressing. I'm at plus 13 subscribers, 533% more than the previous 28 days.
Oh my god,
My
that's
channel's doing so terrible that 13 subscribers in the last 28 days is over 500% better. That is sad.
that's very sad. I remember when I used to have like 100 notifications on my main channel a day. Now it's 7.
I just don't get any. I get like one per week. And it's from a comment on
It's
like some
great.
old redemption video or collab I did. And that's it. Nothing new. It's like stuff from like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, my my channel for the past 28 days almost has 100,000 less views than usual.
Damn, bro.
This is really bad.
Yeah, we really need to like actually upload.
Oh, I'd love to. I wish it was fast and easy.
Honestly, it really couldn't hurt to stream for either of us. I haven't uploaded in 2 months. You haven't uploaded in like 2 years. Not really, but get my point.
A main upload hasn't happened in 2 years, so
That is true.
unless you count the Christmas collab, I guess that's kind of
Okay. Well, then it's been like 8 months since you've
Yeah.
had like a proper upload, and it's been like
Yeah, because the
um
the 3R trailer was 7 months ago. The
oh
April Fool video I wouldn't really count, and Control was just a re-upload. So
not if you don't count trailers as main uploads, then it's been oh wait. Yeah, I wouldn't consider the Vengeance little thingies that I made for you main uploads. So we're just counting like actual stuff. Then yeah, the Christmas collab would be the last thing for me. If not that, then it has been exactly 1 year because it is September 6th, and I posted the last Redemption or Phoenix episode on September 6th.
wow.
So it's been a year since I posted an episode. Yay! I'm gonna cry.
Well, it's almost been 2 years in a
12
week and
days.
like 5 days.
Yeah.
That hurts me. Uh,
It really be like that.
yeah. You want to know what's sad?
What?
In the last year, I've gotten 3 million views.
Uh huh.
That's 62% less than normal. I mean, 3 million sounds like a lot,
I'd
but
kill
when
for.
you look at how the channel's actually been doing, not really.
I'd kill a orphan for 3 million views.
Fair enough. I'd kill an orphan
That probably has. That's
for
probably more
for
views.
free.
That's probably more views than all the videos on my channel combined.
Fair enough. Can I just point out while I was looking at the analytics, this is somewhat off topic, but there's a comment in Held for Review
Mm-hmm.
on Vengeance 5 that says, "I love Puppet's voice. It's so cute." You like traps, bro?
Dang, exposed.
Dang. I guess I have a cute voice. I'll take it. Anyway, that got off topic, but yeah, we probably should just try to stream on YouTube again at some point soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
No.
problem is like I know the only streams of mine that would do pretty well in terms of people watching them, I know because of past experience, is animating streams. But like I don't like streaming when I'm working on anything really, but especially on Vengeance, because Vengeance is supposed to
Yeah.
you're not supposed to see anything of that until it's
Yeah.
out.
I.
Which I guess it wouldn't matter as much since 3R is a remake, but even still, I'd like the surprise of how much better it is from the original to be there.
Yeah. Well, you could work on a scene that isn't like, you know, if you just worked on like I don't know, something like
The
that's
only scene
not
I'd be willing to work on stream would be the Molten Freddy scene, but that's already done.
fair enough. I remember I used to work on stream, but I didn't get much done. It was more about
That's
just the
also
interaction.
a problem, yeah.
I mean, it's yeah. I feel like if you were to stream, I feel like just I feel like if you did the serotonin streams, that would do well. I mean, a lot of people showed up to that.
That is true. Assuming they get notifications.
Well, like I said, I think YouTube is better at stream notifications.
Yeah, well, I can hope. Plus, then again, it comes down to if people would even want to watch that, because Minecraft not as popular as it was like a year ago.
Yeah. Just stream whatever you.
I mean, it's still popular, just not as popular.
Just stream whatever you think you should stream. Don't overthink
I'd
it.
probably just stream Minecraft, honestly.
Yeah. Also, I did look just to make sure my joke was factually accurate, and yes, 3 million views is more than all of my channel combined. And in fact, it is more than double all of my channel views combined.
Great.
So yes, I would kill a family of 6 for 3 million views.
Nice. I like how I never finished my statement, so it just ended off with me saying I'd kill a small child for free.
Okay, then. I didn't hear that
I
one.
should probably finish that statement. I was kidding, obviously. Uh, but I would definitely kill a child for my views to go back to what they used to. Not actually, but
you know, there are plenty of jokes I could make, but none of them are going to
if
sell.
if I wouldn't go to jail, maybe. But like I definitely would. So no.
That's lovely.
I am bad guy. That doesn't mean I am bad guy.
Okay, then.
Wreck-It Ralph quote.
Uh, yeah, I haven't watched that movie since I was a little kid, so I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. I probably didn't even get the quote quite right anyway, but yeah, Twitch, you scammer. Uh I trusted you.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, you'd think the site made for streaming would be better, but no.
And then the fact it's also just the fact that like every time you see a new streamer pop up, they're from Twitch. You never hear about them from YouTube. Like
Yeah.
the only YouTube streamer I ever hear people talk about or talked about was Technoblade.
Well, yeah. I think, well, part of it is because, like, this whole moving back to YouTube thing is very new. So it's not like. And most of the people who are doing it are people who have a bigger following on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's not like any new streamers are really going to come from this. They might in like a few months or a year, but as of right now, this is a new thing, and most of it is
That's
just
true.
already big YouTubers going back.
Yo, we should move to Mixer. It's totally not like that went down his.
I've never heard of that, and I don't really want to
I
know.
don't know anything about it except Ninja quit streaming on Twitch to move to Mixer, and then Mixer just like died
They couldn't
because no one
handle.
cared.
They couldn't handle the power of Ninja.
Yeah. To be fair, can anyone?
No. Most people can't handle being around him for more than like 20 seconds.
Exactly.
Man, I remember back in the day when I forget that Fortnite was a big thing for a good while.
Oh yeah, me too. Mainly just because I never cared about it in the first place.
I played it when it was big with my IRL friends because that's all I really had. I mean, it's not like I had a computer back in the day, so the only form of game besides mobile games, which all suck, um, was playing, my friend playing Fortnite and just pass the controller to me to play a round or two. How the tides have turned.
Yeah. The only experience I really had with Fortnite, and as I've told you before, was when my old friend Grizzly wanted to play,
Oh
and I was like,
yeah.
"Well, I never see you, so like, you know what? Sure, I'll do it." Never played it again, and even I didn't have too much fun playing it the first time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I was terrible at it when I played, even with like controllers which have like aim assist. It's
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you think I'm bad at like close quarters combat, melee combat games, imagine me trying to shoot something. I hit
I'm
nothing.
actually not bad at shooter games, even though I don't play that many.
Well, yeah, because you're pretty good with aiming things. I mean, I've just seen that from your bow aim, and you know me. I just can't hit anything with a bow.
Yeah.
So imagine that with like a shooter game where it's all about aiming and hitting things. Yeah, no, not good.
I'm sure I told you this, but back when I was, still in school, specifically middle school, I don't think we ever played it in high school, but there was a free shooter game we would play all the time. I don't remember what it was, but I won most of the time, and I had a bit of an advantage because I brought an actual mouse and everybody was using a trackpad, but I'd let them borrow the mouse and I'd go back to the trackpad and I'd still win. So,
I actually, fun fact, I actually didn't know what a trackpad was until like 2 weeks ago.
fair enough. I always just used to call it like non-mouse.
Cause let me get this straight. Isn't a trackpad little things laptops have like little square that's supposed to be the
Yeah, the
mouse?
little square that you
Yeah,
use as a mouse.
I didn't know that. I didn't know what they were called really. I didn't know that's what a trackpad was. I thought it was just I just thought it was like some weird type of mouse that like epic gamers use or someone trying to be swale nerd. I just thought it was some weird type of mouse that was hard to use. I didn't know what it was. And then like 2 weeks ago, someone I think it was Dash was describing it, and I was like, wait, isn't that the laptop like little mouse thing? And I was like, oh, that's what a trackpad is. I've heard the term used for like 3 years now, and I just figured out what it meant.
Yeah, they're very odd. I don't know much of what to
Also,
say about them. I just don't
also,
like them.
also, I lied. There is one shooter game I was good at.
Oh, which one?
Pixel Gun 3D.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough, man.
Bro, I loved that game so much. That was so
I
fun.
told you that my name in that game was Death Gun, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's
Yeah,
Bro, I remember playing that game with my brother. It was so fun. That was like that was probably the best mobile game ever, I swear.
probably. Although now people say it's not good.
Did they go downhill?
Yeah, apparently I've heard people say it's just so full of ads and bots and hackers and that
Dang.
it's not even fun anymore.
Well, it's not like I have enough space on my phone to play it anyways, because my phone has literally no
Even if I did,
space.
I probably wouldn't play it anyways, just because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't find mobile games that fun.
Yeah, no, they're all pretty bad.
Like the only mobile game I can think of that I have somewhat fun with is Subway Surfers, and that's just like mindless entertainment.
I don't know anything about that game other than like um the podcast I watch mentioned it as like they'd have like people like steal clips from them and put it over like the audio
All
over
over TikTok videos with just
s-
bots reading Reddit posts.
they no they'd have like their audio clips from their videos put over like Subway Surfer,
Oh, yeah, that does happen as well.
and it was on TikTok, yes, though, but
Yeah, TikTok just loves to take audio from anything
and put it
and put
over.
it over a random game in the background.
Yeah, apparently they have that happen a lot, and they're like just done with it.
Like normally it's Minecraft parkour, which I'm totally I think it makes sense. Parkour is just a nice thing to have in the background while you're listening to a story or whatever. But they do it with like any game and I'm just like, okay, the rest of these don't make much sense.
Yeah, the one I heard was Subway Surfers was the main one they made fun of. GTA Races, and there was another one.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
can't remember the other one though.
I actually don't mind the GTA races either, just because they're kind of satisfying normally anyway. But
Yeah,
the
TikTok
Subway
is
Surfers
weird.
one, I just find weird.
TikTok is weird. I don't understand any of it.
Me either.
I will never download that app ever. You could hold me at gunpoint, and I just say, "Put the bullet in." Just put the bullet in, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in that situation since I already have it downloaded. I just never use it unless I'm like extremely bored.
I if I'm just extremely bored and there's nothing to watch, I can still find something. I'll just go back and watch old Jacksepticeye series or something. I refuse to ever like cave in and download that garbage.
Oh yeah, no, I hope you never do. The only reason I still have it is
Please
because there
publicly
was
execute me if I ever do.
the only reason I still have it is because there's some people on there that I do like their stuff, but it's not like they're anywhere else. So if I delete the app, I'll just never see anything from them again. So I just keep it. So if I'm really bored, I'll see their stuff and it'll be like, oh hey, cool to see these guys again. Then move on with my life, you know?
Fair enough.
If I didn't if there wasn't people on there that I actually liked, I would have deleted it a long time ago.
Yeah, I just can't with TikTok. I think the day I realized it was just like the worst thing ever is I don't know, like when I started hearing about all the stupid like trends they do that were like dangerous slash
Stealing
illegal.
sinks from schools.
That's actually pretty funny,
It is pretty funny,
but
but
like they just
not good, but funny.
there's some people who just like do just like stupid shit that could get them killed, and they're like, oh, it's for TikTok. It's a good idea, right? No.
Yeah, like those people who like would get out of the car and start dancing in the middle of the road while traffic is still going.
Yeah.
Like,
I
are
mean,
you asking to die?
I mean, I guess that's the. I don't know if about anymore, but that did used to happen on YouTube, so I can't give them too much crap. If you remember, like back in the day when like
Fair enough.
YouTube
Well, a lot of pranks
pranks.
on YouTube's in general were
Yeah, I heard about one fairly recently where there was this like couple who like are doing a YouTube prank where they or something where they would like the girlfriend would like shoot a like the guy had like a stack of books and the girlfriend was supposed to like shoot a bullet and the books
and
would
see if the
stop
books
it.
would stop it. Yeah,
And they
yeah,
said,
I've
and
heard of that
apparently
one.
they tested it and it was fine. And then when they actually did it, the dude died and she went to jail. So
Oh, okay. I've never heard that part. I just saw the aftermath of the books with holes in them and that they actually stopped it. I never heard about that second part.
yeah, no, that is a terrible way to go when your girlfriend shot you for a YouTube prank.
I hope they at least got big money.
No, they went to. She went to federal prison. So
But did she at least get the money?
probably not.
Then,
Well,
you
maybe when
know,
she gets out, but who knows how long that's going to be.
yeah. Well,
I don't know, but
maybe I hope they don't get the money. See, part of me is like, I hope they at least get the money so that the guy didn't die for nothing. But then on the other hand, it's like, I hope they don't get the money because then that'll be more reason as to why you should never do something stupid like that.
yeah,
But at the same time, if people are stupid enough to think of doing that, they're probably not smart enough to care what happened to other people anyway.
yeah.
So,
But main point is, I
I
guess.
hope the money goes to the guy's family, not her.
Yeah. Main point is though, people did stupid stuff on YouTube too. So,
Yeah.
but I
I
feel like
remember there
it's
was this
more
one
prevalent
prank.
on TikTok because
Oh
like,
yeah,
because
definitely.
like for YouTubers there was usually like more popular people or like somewhat popular. TikTok, anyone can do it, and that's the like, and you're just giving these like idiot 14-year-olds the ability to like the chance to get famous for doing something illegal or stupid, and it's just a
Yeah,
mess.
like
It's just not good.
on YouTube, like it was like adults doing stupid things, and the comments would almost always talk about how stupid it was. They would only exist because they got good views. On TikTok, it's just idiot teens just being like, "Oh, I did something stupid, guys. Look at this. It's so funny." And then all the other 12-year-old girls are like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get so famous for doing this." Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just not good.
although, I don't know if this really shows how stupid TikTok is or it shows how stupid this generation of kids are.
A little bit both.
A little bit of both.
Um, yeah. I mean,
Whenever we talk about TikTok, it makes me feel like a boomer, but I'm happy to be a boomer when it comes to TikTok,
I
I
mean,
guess.
I feel like most people like. I mean, all the people like I watch on YouTube, they're like not much older than me. One of them's like 4 years older than me, which is really weird to think about. That I watch YouTubers who are like 4 years older than me, or like maybe even a year older than me. That's really weird to
That
think about.
that's really weird. I just always imagine whenever I think about YouTubers like, they're adults, they're a lot older than me. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm old now too. Oh God.
Yeah, no. I mean, I watch like one of like man, yeah. Most of the people I watch are like I don't know, maybe like Jacksepticeye because he's like God. How old is Jacksepticeye? He's
He's
old.
probably like 36.
I don't know how old he is.
Here, I'll look it up.
Okay, but yeah, it's really weird to think about. Like I watch a YouTuber that's 24, and I'm like,
Okay, he's not that old. I feel bad. He's 32.
okay, yeah, I didn't think he was that old, but I knew he was in like early 30s. But
Yeah, I feel bad
man,
for thinking that old. It just feels like they've been around so long, you know?
yeah, I probably started watching Jacksepticeye when he was like 25.
Yeah,
It's weird to think about. 25, 24 is when I started watching him, when he was that young, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, it's weird to think about, but like one of the YouTubers I used to watch the most last year anyway, not as much this year. Tommy and it's younger than I am.
Yeah, it is weird. Because, you know, you like when you're a kid, you're like, wow, there all these adults are doing YouTube. And then as you grow and you start seeing newer YouTubers, like, these guys are adults too, because you're in that same mindset as you were when you were a kid. But then you think about it, like, wow, I'm older than some of these people, or like, just barely younger.
Yeah, and I just can't handle the fact that Tommy's younger than me. Not because he acts younger than me or anything, because I think I act pretty young, but more so just like mentally, I feel like I'm like 14. So, I forget I'm old.
Yeah, no, I forget most of the time I am. Because, same, I act like I'm 14 half the time. But I just learned to not care. I mean, like, I'm watching these dudes that have, like, the same personality and make the same jokes as me, and one of them's, like, 29 or something. And I'm like, it's fine. I don't care anymore, you know?
Yeah.
If this person who's 29 can act the way I do, then it doesn't matter if I act the way I do.
Yeah.
Or,
It
th- or that I'm old. And I don't mean
Yeah.
old
I
as
like
in, like,
how I like how
older.
we're saying we're old, even though I'm sure most people out there who
Oh,
if
well,
anyone older than us is watching the podcast somehow, they'd probably just be like, "Are you serious? You're calling yourselves old?"
I'm only saying I'm old
Bro.
because you say you're old. I don't think I'm old at all. You
Yeah,
just
no.
you just keep saying it, so I'm just going off. I'm just like basing it off of your logic to because
Let,
I'm
let, let,
talking
let
to
me
you.
let me put it this way. I'm old in terms of I don't feel as old as I am. I guess is the way to put it. I don't actually consider anyone old until they're probably like 56 or something. I don't know.
My dad's turning 50 this year, and even I'm like, you don't seem that old.
Yeah. My dad is
You've heard my
probably
dad. He
almost
doesn't
50. I
sound
don't know.
that old at all.
No, he doesn't. He sounds like he's probably like 26 or something.
Yeah, and my mom doesn't sound old either, and she's 48 this year, I think.
She doesn't sound old, but she acts kind of old sometimes.
Yeah. She's a mom, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, my
The
parents
only
are
thing about your dad that makes me feel like he's old is
the
him
fact.
raging at football.
Yeah. Well, he's done that since I was born, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my parents are like 48 and 50, and they don't look or sound old. So I don't know. age is very, like, subjective. I probably shouldn't say that. That can be taken out of context really easily.
Mm,
But, like, I don't know. There are some people who are, like, 20 and act like they're 50, and there's some people that are 50 and act like they're 20.
yeah, I mean, my aunt's pretty old, but she does not really act like it.
Yeah.
Well, more she does more lately, probably just because I'm older and I'm a lot more boring than I used to be.
Damn,
But
self roast.
well, I think it's true. Like
To a
I know
degree,
I used to.
to a
I'm not just
degree, I would agree. Yes, you are.
well, I'm not just saying that for like you with you guys. I know I'm less interesting than I used to be, but like for her, I'm sure I went from epic funny man to barely existing because it's not often that I act super crazy outside of the internet. In whenever I'm talking to someone in real life, I'm pretty much just like this the whole time. Like, yeah, that's kind of funny, just like this. So I sound dead
Hello,
inside,
everybody. My name is
basically.
Markiplier.
Exactly. I sound dead inside. So
Yeah.
so that's probably why she's not as crazy as she used to be.
I
Also,
tried
just the
and
fact that she is older as well. But like, she used to act like I don't know, maybe 20 or something. So,
dang. I try to not sound as dead inside because any IRL experience, I used to just sound dead inside. But I've tried not to be like that anymore.
yeah, I wish I wasn't like it, but um I don't know. I just
You don't have any reason not to.
well, I'd prefer not to be. That's my reason not to, but like
Well, good reason. I prefer not to be.
great
That's my
great
reason not.
yeah, great reason, but like I don't know. Just it's easy to act all silly and stupid with you.
for for me, it was like I don't have to act silly, stupid IRL, but I have, I try to act like interesting enough to where I'm not
Well,
like,
I think my problem is I have nothing interesting outside of the
well,
internet. I'm just sad and pathetic, so like.
I mean, you don't need anything to be just sound interesting. I mean, like, what I mean by sound interesting is like I talk like this IRL now, whereas I used to
Yeah,
just
I
be
tend to.
monotone. Like I answered the door the other day for some woman I didn't know, and I talked like this. Like
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
I've
I
been trying to just talk like normally instead of like, yeah, all right, cool, like
yeah,
monotone.
sometimes I talk like this, but most of the time I just don't sound that interested in anything. Sometimes I sound annoyed pretty often, honestly.
I've tried to avoid that because I don't want to like I there's so many like social situations where I look back on and like, yeah, blah. I
Oh
felt
yeah,
like I was either
definitely.
cringy or just like didn't make myself look good. So I just try to talk like a normal human being so I appear normal so there's nothing I can cringe about later.
Okay, that's an interesting reason.
Well, I don't know, man. I literally like think back to stuff from like a kindergarten, first grade, and still cringe at it. So I try to just avoid any awkward social situation ever, because it just sticks with me forever, and I hate it. That's just how my brain is. So I've been trying to act just normal, so that it's not awkward and I don't have to cringe back on it like 10 years later.
Fair enough. I think for me it's like whenever I act the way I act with any of you, with my family, I feel like I feel like that's the cringy part for some reason.
Well, you don't have to make like a, rip a dog in half long ways joke in front of your family.
Oh, I make lots of glizzy jokes though. That doesn't change.
Like, you don't, I mean, my humor isn't like, I don't really, I don't make like absurd, offensive jokes in front of anyone IRL.
Well, yeah, no, me neither.
I just
Well,
talk.
that's not true. Sometimes I talk about murdering 9-year-olds, but
Fair. I mean, I still like, I have my more like, my comeback humor. That's about it. Like, I'm trying to think of an example.
you know, maybe it's a possibility that maybe I'm not as boring as I imagine myself to be, but just since I tend to be bored a lot, I feel like I'm boring.
Gotcha.
That's a possibility. I don't know. I'd have to ask my aunt.
But like, yeah, I mean, I don't mean you have to like be like 100% yourself IRL, because not even I could do that. Like, no way I'm going out and just someone talks to me like, I'm just like this crack head meth addict humor talking about ripping my grandma in half long ways and cremating a dog. Like, I'm not, I'm not like my high energy self, but I talk. I don't I don't talk like the way I do online, but I talk as if I have the same tone of voice, is what I'm saying. And I talk as if I'm interested and interesting. That way I come across as that.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe how I am. I just feel like I probably seem so bored or boring all the time, or I sound annoyed even if I'm not.
Fair enough. Um,
But to be fair, I feel like I sound like I'm annoyed or mad when I'm not even online, so.
I I've heard people say that, and then I don't see it. Well, sometimes I can see it, but most of the time I'm like, I don't think so. And the other people are like, what is it? But
Well, I know there's a few times where you thought I was annoyed even if I wasn't.
yeah. Well, okay, that's different because what you're talking about is like when your voice just sounds like it's like auditory resting bitch face.
Oh, okay. Wow, thanks.
No, I'm saying that's what you're talking about and what most people talk about when they say you sound annoyed. I'm talking what when I say like when I think you're sounding annoyed is like specific instances where you're like sighing at me or like, all right, that that
Yeah,
sounds
okay, fair enough.
that's
Fair enough.
different than what most people.
That is fair. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Um, but like I don't know. Most of the time, people say you sound annoyed. I just think you sound tired, not annoyed. But that's also because I've known you for 3.5 years, over 3.5 years, and
Yeah, and
so
I'm always tired.
I know you're always tired. I know what like annoyed or upset Shan sounds like. I know what tired Shan sounds
Phantasm.
like. Yeah, phantasm. I know the difference, so it's like clearer to me.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean,
Most of the others don't know what
yeah,
mad annoyed Shan sounds like. Well, I feel like Dash probably got a little bit of it from the amount of times we've played Bed Wars,
yeah,
and sometimes I'm just dead inside because the other team is being so stupid.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it goes both ways as well. I feel like you know what, like, the difference between gamer rage Finn, which isn't, like, me actually upset. It's just me, like, stupid blue people, or something like that, yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
actual annoyed Finn sounds very, very different.
Yeah. Well, Gamer Rage Finn, it's pretty loud, but in a silly way.
Yeah.
Annoyed Finn, you're usually a lot more quiet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I still probably hit my desk, but I'm like, I either go silent or I'm just like, I just talk in a much more monotone voice.
Yeah, Gamer Rage Finn is like, oh my god, I hate you, I'm alt-F4ing, screw this game, you know? Actual annoyed Finn is like, I'm gonna hecking shoot up an orphanage, I wanna die.
Yeah. I I, I sound a lot more edgy when I'm annoyed,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
whereas I just sound absolutely ridiculous when I'm raging.
Yeah.
Like the example earlier of ripping a dog in half long ways.
Exactly. Or you saying I'm gonna make a dog leather smoothie.
Just anything and everything to do with dog.
Yeah. Still can't believe dog leather's actually a real thing.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
You know, we haven't gone off of many topics this whole thing. We've just gone off topic 50 million times.
Well, I feel like that's a good thing.
Probably.
Because I feel like if you're listening to the same topic for too long, it gets boring.
Yeah.
I feel like just randomly going from topic to topic, as long as you completed enough to where it's satisfying, is good.
Yeah.
Alright, you want me to pull a random topic I have for my list? Because I haven't really pulled one from my list, other than
Yeah, sure, sure. Why not?
the only one I pulled from my list was actually accidental, and it was the talking about Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
But
Well, that related to the notification, so it makes sense why that would.
yeah. But um this is really random, but what's the weirdest food you've eaten, or weirdest foods you've eaten? I feel like this is gonna
Oh,
be an
wow.
interesting topic.
Ah, frick. This relies on me remembering the weirdest foods I've eaten.
Do you want me to go first? That way you can like
Yeah,
think.
sure. You go first, so I can
All
think
right.
about it.
I feel like the weird because I'm a very picky eater, so I'm not gonna like try very out there foods. But I have tried some very out there foods, and the two that come to mind are from the South.
Oh,
The first one is
crawfish.
crawfish. Yes, I was gonna say gator, but crawfish as well.
Really? You've tried gator?
Oh yeah, bro. There's a Bass Pro. You know what a Bass Pro Shop is, right?
Oh yeah, I know what a Bass Pro
Okay.
Shop
I was
is.
like, I'm pretty sure they're everywhere, but I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, they're because I'm next to Lake Michigan. I'm doxing myself. There there's a Bass Pro Shop like 5 minutes from where I live, and they have like a little restaurant thing, and they serve. I saw they served gator there, and I was like, I have to try this.
Man, this is why Monty chases after us in Security Breach. No.
Yeah, gator's actually pretty good. They say it tastes like chicken, and it does.
Well, I like chicken, so I'd probably like gator.
It's like well, it's probably spicier because they probably put like Cajun on it because it's gator from Louisiana. But it tastes
Yeah.
like spicy chicken, not like too spicy, but like there's a bit more spice to it, a bit more kick to it. But it's actually pretty good.
Gotcha.
I've only had it once, but I remember it being good.
You know, compared to that, I just straight up feel like I don't have anything that weird. Like the weirdest thing I can think of that I've eaten was a literal flower.
Why'd you eat a flower?
Because so you know how my mom worked at school at a school, right?
Yeah, she was like a nurse or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So she also would help out with the after school program or whatever. And most of the time that meant I had to be there too, which is why I have completely decided I do not want kids. I've dealt with
Yep.
them enough. Uh
Yeah, I
but
understand.
because half the time she just dumped them on me and I had to entertain them. But um, so the one of the teachers there was growing a whole bunch of flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and she told us the flowers were edible. So everyone ended up trying out eating a flower. That included me.
Okay.
I honestly can't give much information on what it tasted like. It honestly was it was like this red and yellow flower. I don't even know what it was, but it was actually like kind of spicy. It tasted like a leaf, but spicy, if that makes sense.
I don't know what a leaf tastes like, but all right.
Well, think about a salad.
I've never eaten salad in my life and never will.
Never mind.
I think it's common knowledge. I do not eat fruits or vegetables unless it's like potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing I've eaten.
Honestly, I feel like that tops what I've eaten.
Really?
Mainly because, like, it's not actually food. Well, it's edible, but it's not like. You're not going to go to a restaurant and be like, yeah, I want a flower. Like, you know?
That
You
is
can't go to the
fair.
grocery store and. Well, you can go to the grocery store to get flowers, but not. They're not in, like, the food aisle.
Plus, those ones might not be edible.
Yeah.
Could you imagine all the chemicals that are probably on those
Oh
ones?
yeah, no, no, you're getting like stage 3 leukemia.
Yeah. You make a fair point. However, I just feel like it makes total sense for a kid to just be like, "Oh yeah, I've eaten a flower." But I guess because the fact I wasn't a kid makes it weirder.
How old were you?
Probably in like ninth grade or something. I
Oh
don't know.
geez, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't maybe as a kid, but like as a teenager, I would not I would not eat a flower unless you paid me to.
Honestly, I'd eat a flower as long as I know it wouldn't kill me. Although, I'd probably never eat a rose. It'd probably hurt.
Yeah, mainly because they got thorns on them, but that's
Yeah, they look nice and pretty and innocent, but if you sink your teeth into it too far, you'll get stabbed with thorns.
I feel like this is an analogy. Anyways.
It is.
Anyways, I should probably. I only said the gator thing. I I don't think this is too weird, but I've eaten catfish. I don't think that's too weird though.
I've never heard of that, but that doesn't sound too weird, honestly.
Bro, catfish is actually pretty good. I got it. My grandma took me out to eat or something with my sister, and I just got catfish. And it was pretty good. I won't lie.
I don't really like seafood, but I've never tried lobster, and I would totally be willing to try it just because I'd like to imagine, since it's red, that it tastes like Mr. Krabs, and I imagine Mr. Krabs tastes like a Krabby Patty,
That
and
just
everybody
reminds me
likes
of my.
Krabby Patties.
Just reminds me of my shiny collector named Mr. Krabs on Pixelmon.
Yeah. Speaking of Pixelmon, this is totally unrelated, but I just want to ask a question real quickly.
Yeah.
Did you take my buckets?
No.
Because they were gone.
What do you buckets where?
In the auto smelting thing downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I made more. I was just very confused.
If you saw, I added more water to the breeding area, so that's
Yeah,
why.
I saw water buckets in one of your chests, so I
That's where they
assumed those
went.
were. Yeah.
um. Anyways, but yeah, I've had catfish. I know there's other random types of fish I've eaten because I was when I was younger. I did this like fishing camp thing because I used to be really into fishing. And we taste tested like a bunch of different fish. I think I had shark. I'm pretty sure one of them was shark. I'm pretty sure I've had shark before.
I've heard shark tastes pretty good.
I don't remember what it tasted like. I think I had bass and like bluegill as well. There was other types of
Yeah,
fish.
I don't know anything about the type of fish eaten. I just know I've eaten fish.
Yeah, I've had a few different types of fish. Is the point? Just because of that one camp. I don't remember what they are though. I just remember I'm pretty sure like bass, bluegill, shark. What's that one type of fish called? Tilapia? I think that was one of them.
Oh, I know I used to eat that all the time. I used to like that. I definitely don't anymore, but I used to.
Um, yeah. I mean, point is, I've eaten a few different types of fish. Um,
Yes.
oh yeah, and then crawfish. Crawl daddy. I've been to a it's the most southern thing ever. I've been to a few crawfish boils.
Oh,
I know I
Lord
used to make
Jesus.
jokes about that a lot, but it's I make jokes about it because I've been to so many. By so many, I mean like maybe 4 or 5, but that's a lot for someone who lives in the north.
You know, I'm gonna admit something here I don't think I've ever mentioned.
Uh huh.
I didn't know what the heck a crawfish was until I met you.
It's actually funny is where I used to live because I moved like 5 years ago by now. Um, we had like a pond in our backyard and there was actually like crawfish in that. It's really weird because you think like crawfish down south like Mississippi, Louisiana, but they're apparently they're up north too. If you look hard enough. But
Gotcha.
yeah, if anyone out there doesn't know what a crawfish is for some reason, it's like a lobster but small, and they don't live in salt water; they live in fresh water. Look it
Yeah.
up. Look it up. They're.
Have you ever eaten lobster?
No, I've had crawfish and I've had crab. I've
Okay.
never had
Well,
lobster.
darn, I was hoping you've had lobster so you could like say if crawfish tastes different.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it does. It's just like
Crawfish.
how different.
Crawfish is like there's because it's such a small little thing. There's like no meat on it. They're bite-sized little things. I don't even know if I'd eat crawfish now. I was fine with it as a kid, but I don't know if I probably. Actually, I would probably do it for the meme. I'd probably eat
Fair
crawfish for the
enough.
meme.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't eat just because I think it looks creepy.
Like what?
I don't know. I feel you know how there's some sardines or whatever. They're just like small fish. I don't think I could do that. That just knowing that it looks like a fish, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I'd have I'd have to be given the meat like cut up so that I don't know what it is to eat it. Because if I can tell what it is, I wouldn't eat it. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard about like there was this one time someone ordered chicken nuggets from McDonald's and it came with the chicken's head. It
bro.
was a fried chicken head. And every once in a while I think about that when I'm eating chicken nuggets and I'm just like, I kind of don't want to eat chicken nuggets anymore.
How did that get through? Did the McDonald's worker just like we're doing a little trolling? Like
Honestly, they must have because I have no clue how that would even happen. Like, I doubt that they even wherever they get the meat from even gives them the head. At
yeah,
least not
no.
on purpose.
I don't know how that would get through like first of all get through like the processing plant or whatever it's called. And then how that would like they just see it and like, yeah, let's put this in the fryer. Like no way you're some emo teenager working at McDonald's and you're like you see a chicken head and you're like, yeah, that's normal. Let's put
Yeah,
this thing in the deep fryer.
I don't understand how it could have gotten to the person by that point, man.
I'd keep it as a souvenir.
I have the image of it looked up and it just
Does it actually look that gross or is it just you?
I mean, I have no idea if anyone else would think it looks gross. It's just the fact that adds it adds to the fact it was once a living thing. It's like looking at a corpse.
I
Like
see.
when you look at the the chicken nuggets normally, they just look like slabs of meat, right? Like, you know it came from a
Yeah.
chicken, but you don't think about it too much. When you actually see the chicken's head,
Can
makes
you
it a lot more
can you
real.
show me the image? Send to my DMs.
There.
Oh my god, yeah, that does. That is
And it's apparently not the only time it's happened either. There's multiple images.
that is
Oh
nuts.
god,
What? No, I
look at
gotta.
this one.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's really weird. That one.
Oh, that's a Kentucky Fried Rat.
Okay, I can understand why that happened. Rat just was
Yeah,
like,
I can see how that happened, honestly, but the chicken head, how?
the first one doesn't even look like it's an actual chicken head. It's like a chicken in the shape of a head. But that second image is just no. Even I'm like no, because it's like its beak and its eye socket is like perfectly intact. That's what's like gross about that.
Like when I see things like this, it makes me slightly understand vegans. You know,
No, I'm still. I'm
like I
good.
understand why they wouldn't do it when stuff like this exists and makes it more real, but like it tastes good, so I don't care. But
yeah.
still, like, uh,
Yeah. Uh. Moving along.
you know, anyone who's listening to this or watching this, you're lucky you don't see the image unless you're planning on like showing it.
Oh no! I'm not doing that. I don't think. Um. I don't think that would be a good idea to show it.
Yeah. Back to weird things that you can
The
eat.
only thing I think I've eaten, like besides the thing I mentioned, that's maybe weird, but I think it's pretty normal, is calamari. I and
I've never had it.
the only reason I mention this is because I fucking love calamari. I I haven't had it in so long, mainly because I don't go out anywhere anymore. But God, my family used to, whenever we go to like Chicago, we would there's like this Greek there's a few Greek restaurants, and oh, they served calamari and it was so good. If people out there don't like seafood, fine, but try calamari because it's freaking great.
Yeah, I've heard lots of people say that. I've never had it. I'd probably be willing to try it.
Because like most seafood tastes like seafood, like fish, like crab. I assume lobster. All that stuff. They taste very similar, but like calamari doesn't taste like traditional seafood. That's why I would recommend it to people who even don't like seafood.
Yeah. Um, do you when you had calamari, was it just like cut up meat or did it actually look like a tentacle or something?
Usually there was like two pieces of it, which I assume was like the top and the bottom of the squid. So there's usually like a circular part that's like kind of ovally, and I assume that's like the top of the squid, and then they'd have also like the bottom part, which is like basically pretty much just like a little mini chunk of meat, and then the tentacles.
Gotcha. I
Um,
feel like I'd be a little freaked out whenever I eat it just because it would be kind of obvious that
de-
it was once a squid, but
Depends on how much they fry it, because like obviously if they fry it enough, the tentacles just look like lines of bread.
yeah, that wouldn't bother me too much, I
I,
don't think.
honestly, even like when they don't fry it enough to where it like you can like see like the little parts of the tent, like what are they called, suction cups. If you can see that, that bothers me a little. I usually still eat it, but it does bother me a little. So
Yeah.
I'd
You
suggest
know,
one
you
that
know,
they fry enough to where you can't.
yeah, you know, those like little squid, like little baby squids that people eat, and it just straight up looks like a squid.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
I've seen it, and I don't understand how people could eat it
Yeah.
because it just straight up looks like a baby squid, and you like eat the whole thing, and it's like how?
Yeah. I want to say though, I'm with you as in like if something looks like the animal like when it was alive, then I don't feel like I'm gonna eat it. But it's not because I like it's not for like the same reason like a vegan would. I don't I don't I've never really like how do I put this in a way that won't get me like booted off the face of the earth? Animals dying doesn't affect me that much. I don't care too much because it just happens. It's nature.
Yeah, me too. As long as it's like done in a not torturous way, like how in most people just like shoot the animal so it's
Yeah.
fast, quick, painless. But like if they're like
I mean, yeah, obviously. If I saw someone like stepping on a baby bird, I would be like, okay, what the fuck? I'm leaving.
yeah, well, this is something about lobster actually that makes me a little off. They have to cook it alive because if they kill it first, the meat will very quickly start to go bad. So every lobster you eat, like literally just died. And that kind of is a little
Oh, is that why they
weird to
have them
me.
in the tanks?
That's why they have them in the tanks. They
Oh,
have to
that
be
makes more
alive
sense
right
now.
as you cook it.
I thought that was just for show.
No, it's not.
Okay, that doesn't bother
Like,
me too much. Mainly because like lobsters are like well, yeah, they're a lot like insects. They're invertebrates, and I feel like you know, to me, no matter what sort of like I don't know, I feel like insects and invertebrates are just like sub, like they're animals, but they're like to a lot lesser degree in like rights and stuff. I'm treading on thin ice here, I know, but what am I?
I get your point. I just feel bad, I guess.
Like if
Like,
I saw someone torture a bug, I would not care because it's a bug. If I saw someone torture an animal,
I'd still feel bad for a bug even if I hate bugs.
like if I saw I say animal, bugs are animals too. But if I saw someone torture a vertebrate animal, then I'd like be like, okay, settle down, Bucko.
Like, I hate spiders, but if I someone like slowly ripping off one of its legs, like until it has none,
Okay.
I would hate it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like you're a bit of a psychopath if you do that.
Well, yeah, obviously, I don't know. I'm giving an extreme example here, you know.
Yeah, but
It's
like,
just like even though lots of people think fish don't feel pain, and like people still argue whether they do or not, they obviously feel some sort of instinctual pain, even if it's not like physical pain.
they at
I
least feel
still feel bad for them.
discomfort.
Yeah, exactly. Like they know something's wrong and it makes them freak out, even if it doesn't hurt like it would for most creatures. I still feel bad for them. But
Yeah, it's fair. Um, what were we talking about at all?
weird food, weird
Oh.
food.
Oh yeah, no, I got that. I think I was trying to get to the point of um the reason I personally wouldn't like to eat something that looked like the animal when it was alive was because it would just like gross me out.
Yeah. I I could probably eat, I don't want to say anything because there are some things I definitely wouldn't eat even if it didn't look like what it looked like when it was alive. For example, you know how people eat tarantulas? Even if
Oh
it didn't
no.
look like a tarantula, I would not want to have that thing anywhere near me.
Whose idea was it to like fry bugs and eat them? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't care if it's protein and they taste good. I would never eat it.
Like
even if like,
Like I feel like eating like fried crickets has become normalized, and I'm like, why? Why is
oh
that
yeah,
normal?
definitely, or grasshoppers,
Yeah, yeah, grasshoppers too. I just
like
don't
I don't
understand.
know,
I know
like
I'm picky, but like, why?
yeah, even if someone I knew ate that, I wouldn't judge them, but like let's say
Yeah, no. I mean,
my
I
future wife, she ate it. I wouldn't be kissing her for the rest of the day, honestly.
brush your teeth, bitch.
Just cause like you ate a spider.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge anyone for doing that. I would definitely make fun of them. I'd be like, "What is wrong with you?"
I wouldn't I wouldn't make fun of them. I
Well, I
would
make fun of
just
everyone, so I don't feel it's much of a
yeah,
surprise for me.
that is true. Uh I wouldn't make fun of them. I'd just question it, but not like in not to like not try to make them feel bad, but I'd just be like, what the heck? I could never do that. You know?
Yeah, I
Like that just seems so gross. I don't care how good it tastes.
like I'll try some like you know, as you can tell, I've tried some out there meat, but if it looks disgusting, I'm not gonna try it.
Would you try escargot?
Probably not. I don't know what it looks like. Um,
What the heck?
but just because of the fact that it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like it would
Yeah.
taste. I don't know what it looks like, but if even if it looks like just like a chicken nugget, I don't feel like it would taste that good.
Yeah, me neither. I'd st- I'd be willing to try it if it didn't look like a snail. But I feel like it's just impossible to not look at escargot and be like, that was a snail.
Let me see what this crap looks like. Okay, yeah, no, that just looks like a snail. No, no, not in a million
And even if
years.
it didn't, it just looks gross.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I'll close out of Discord.
Oh,
Okay, but yeah, no, I'm good, Chief. I'm really good.
I there
I'll try some
I'd be
wiggity
willing to try a
wax.
lot of things, but
I'll tr-
there's some things that I just would not.
I'll try some wiggity wax seafood, as long as it looks good. But like bugs, no, I'm good. I don't know. Snails aren't technically bugs. Well, neither are spiders, but they're in that like same category.
I've never actually thought of snails as bugs, but it does make sense why you would.
Well, yeah, I mean they live among us. They live among, you know, the other types of bugs that you'd find in like a garden or whatever.
Fair enough. I don't know what I've ever really considered snails or slugs or anything. I've always just thought of them as snails or slugs. I've never grouped them in with any other animal.
Yeah.
But I know I was gonna say something, but I kind of lost it. It had to do with the eating weird things. I don't know. Like I'd eat cactus. They have
Okay.
cactus. They have cactus at the store you can buy to eat. I'd eat that. I'd try seaweed.
I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't.
I would, just because the crunch seems satisfying.
I'm
But
not
if
a
it doesn't taste good, I wouldn't do it again. Um,
I'm not a fan of leafy things. Leafy is here. I'm not a fan of
well, he's gone. Don't have to worry about him.
and I'm just not a fan of like most crunchy things either.
Fair enough.
Like I
Honestly,
love
my favorite.
cookies, but if you give me a crunchy cookie, I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
I prefer soft cookies,
Yeah,
chewy cookies.
bro. I remember I went to like this like local um what's the word for those? I guess cafe. I guess. Yeah, cafe.
Cat cafe.
And it was, my mom got coffee. And I was like, I'll just get a cookie. And this thing, first of all, like the wrapper was like impossible to open. It was like I had to be John Cena, rip that thing open. And second, by the time I got it open, it was like so, because it was so hard and crunchy and crumbly, it just like shattered into like a million pieces.
I
By the
know, it
time
just practically turns into dust.
yeah, it's like this thing got Thanos snapped while opening it. Like it was
So
like, well, what's the point of me buying this stupid cookie if it's just gonna taste like crumbs?
yeah, really.
It didn't even taste that
So
good.
like my dad likes to buy Chips Ahoy cookies, which they're
Yeah.
pretty good, right?
Yeah.
He always gets the regular kind,
Uh huh.
and I don't. I just the Chewy's a million times better. Man.
Oh yeah, 100%. Also like the regular kind just because it tastes good, but
Yeah.
if I had the choice, obviously chewy, 100%.
What do you think is the most satisfying food to eat? Not
Oh,
like it
I
can be in
don't
terms
know.
of taste, but also like just in terms of the feeling of eating it, if that makes sense.
Oh god, I've never thought about that. So I don't know. Because usually when I think of satisfying, you think of like smooth or chewy. But I don't
Yeah.
really eat them. Now the only thing I can think of that is like that is chewy Chips Ahoy now. I don't actually know. I don't eat that many things that are like that.
I think the most satisfying thing for me to eat is jerky, but specifically Jack Link's jerky because it's kind of it's more chewy, you know, like a lot of jerky out there is like brittle and like paper, you know. But Jack Link's jerky is like nice and chewy and something about it is satisfying.
Gotcha. I have never had any form of jerky before, so I have no say on this.
Oh man.
Me personally, I
I would
feel
say you're missing out, but I don't know if you'd like it, so.
yeah. Um, Me personally, I'd probably just have to go with like just I guess a Dairy Queen Blizzard. And that's kind of satisfying, especially on like a hot day. God, that is the greatest feeling ever.
Honestly, one of the strangest things I could have expected you to choose.
Why is that?
I guess I just never really think of it as most dessert I don't think of as food, I guess.
That does not make sense.
Like obviously it's food, but when I think food, I think like meats, fruit, goldfish, not real goldfish obviously. Just I don't know. I don't
I
ever
guess
think
that
like
makes
I don't think
sense.
like ice cream or slushy or anything, you know?
I get well, slushy's like I don't know what a slushy is. From what I've heard, it's like a drink kind of thing, but it's also a food.
Yeah, it can be either one. You can either drink it or you can half the time the straws have spoons on the end. So you can
Gotcha.
eat it or drink it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Um,
I don't know. I just tend to not think of
I I can understand why, because I feel like a lot of people, when asked what their favorite food is, it's if they were given the option, most of them would probably say a dessert, but they don't want to be like, oh, that's the thing. They're either like, well, I don't want to sound fat, or that's the easy answer. So they don't give that. So I feel like favorite dessert and favorite food are asked separately, which is why you might like have that connotation.
yeah, exactly. Like I love Cinnabons, right? They are so good, but if someone asked my favorite food, I wouldn't really even think of that.
Yeah. I just say YOLO most of the time, and like if someone asked me my top three favorite foods, I would include like Dairy Queen ice cream.
Yeah, my top three favorite.
I don't care if I sound fat at all.
I mean, I don't blame you, man. It's good. Just like
Yeah.
not what I would have thought of personally. For me, my top three favorites would probably be like Domino's pizza, Domino's chicken wings, and my aunt's chicken.
Lovely.
That'd probably be like my top three.
I feel like everyone can guess my top three just by listening to me for even like a year or half a year.
Yeah, it'd be. I'd say it.
You can at
They could
least
probably
guess.
figure it out
You can at least guess
quickly.
the first two, being DiGiorno and Dairy Queen. The third one might be a
Yeah.
little tougher, but
Well, it depends on if you're counting cookies in this, because
um, I don't want to because okay, because of like the first two things are like specific things, and it's hard to like say a specific cookie.
fair enough, honestly.
And also, there's also a lot of bad cookies out there, like the one I talked about earlier.
Yeah. Honestly, there's only two cookies I would ever consider counting as a favorite for me, and that would either be Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies or Golden Oreos.
I see. I yeah.
And then it also comes down to like what you consider a cookie, because you know how like there's like Scooby snacks, those are considered like cookies.
What?
But I
Really? They're not
yeah,
cookies. They're little snacks. They're little snackies.
I know, but they're
Bro,
like
I haven't.
considered. It's like how the Keebler Elf little, because they're the ones who make the Scooby snacks. They taste practically the same, but like the Keebler Elf little wafers or whatever you'd call them, most people consider them cookies. Or like vanilla wafers, those could be considered cookies in a
Oh,
way. But I love
vanilla,
vanilla.
vanilla.
I love vanilla wafers. They're so good.
I haven't had
But
those in years, but yes,
I haven't
from
had
what
one in probably almost a year.
I haven't had one since probably elementary school, but I haven't had I haven't had those in forever, but I do remember them being good. Scooby snacks, I also remember back in elementary school. Again haven't had those since elementary school, but I remember those were the bomb.
I still love Scooby snacks. Honestly, if the stores around here had them more often, I'd totally want them pretty often because like
I feel like I feel like once I move out, I'm gonna because there's so many things I've told you that I just haven't had since I was a little kid. I feel like I'm just gonna try to think of all of them
you
and then
need
try
chalky
them.
milk.
I feel like I'm just gonna write a list. Like once I move out and like whatever, I'm gonna just like try just this list of all these things I haven't had since I was younger.
You absolutely should. I would help you with that list, honestly. Like you need True Moo chalky milk because they make the best chalky milk, at least in my opinion.
I don't
Obviously, you
know
might not
if
agree.
I don't know if I've had that.
They changed their recipe for it recently. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still the best. I don't know why they changed it, but it seems like they've started fixing it because like when they first changed it, it tasted very different, but now it tastes more like how it used to. Not the same, but closer. I still don't
Gosh,
know why they changed it, but
I know I've had two different brands of chalky milk, but I don't remember what they are. Um, I don't think I had Trumu though.
yeah.
But most of the chocolate milk I had when I was younger was just like homemade. It was just like milk and chocolate syrup mixed together.
Oh,
So that's what I'm more used to.
gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're, I've had the Nesquik chalky milk, but I never really liked it, and you probably wouldn't really count that
I wouldn't
because
say that's homemade.
yeah, but it's the closest I'd ever gotten to it.
Yeah, fair
Is my
enough.
point.
Um, but yeah, no, I definitely will try a bunch of once I'm have the ability to choose things. Um, I'll definitely try to relive my childhood orally. That sounds really weird.
That does
Don't
sound a
take that
little
out of
odd, but
context. Um, how did we get to this originally? I don't remember. I think we were talking about like
'cause I
desserts.
mentioned
Desserts. That's right.
I mentioned most satisfying food to eat, and then you went to Dairy Queen Blizzard,
Yeah.
and I was like, ah, I would have never even thought of that.
Yeah. But the actual third one isn't cookies. I'd say that's a close fourth. I'm just saying it's a fourth because there's a lot of good ones, a lot of not good ones, and also it's hard to say a specific cookie because yeah. But
Yeah, fair
I'd say
enough.
third favorite food. Oh, fucking Chinese food, specifically the General Tso's chicken.
Oh my God.
Bro, that shit is the best. Anytime I have like the opportunity to, because my family rarely like gets food out from somewhere. Heck, my mom rarely even makes dinner. We usually just have to fend for ourselves.
Gotcha.
So whenever I get the chance to choose where we get food from, I'm just like Chinese food for sure. It's my lifeblood.
Fair enough, man.
I love how I don't I don't know if you remember Shen, but I was remember the stupid little pandas I had on Dash's server
Yeah,
when I
egg
named one
roll.
General Tso's chicken, all that.
Yeah,
I was on there like a few days ago and I accidentally bred a new one and I named it
oh,
Rice.
great.
Got to go with
Bro,
the theme.
bro, you should have named it like onigiri, and then I could have called it a jelly-filled donut.
I was gonna ask what that was, but that explains it just by that.
Could have called it a rice ball too. Would have
Yeah, that's
been
what I
practically
usually
the
hear
same.
it being called.
Yeah. These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite.
Thank you, 4 Kids dub.
Absolutely beautiful. Do you know that they actually dubbed Electric Soldier Porygon completely finished, but they were never allowed to air it?
Why? Why did they dub it? Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure they just like had permission to do it, and then what for whatever reason the permission was revoked because they never wanted Porygon to show up again.
I find it really weird that Porygon has, like, other than that episode that was, like, removed from existence, that it's never shown up in the anime since.
Well, that's why they plan to never bring it up again because of that episode, which is stupid because it wasn't even Porygon's fault.
Yeah. Porygon's a cool Pokemon. I wonder
Speaking
if
of which,
they.
I just caught another Porygon Z.
Oh, nice. I wonder if they've. I wonder if they've had like Porygon 2 or Porygon Z in the anime. Because I can't remember that either of those two showing up.
I don't know.
Yeah. It just like completely censored out that entire evolution line, which sucks because they're like some of the coolest Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an hour and a half. I think this is where we wrap it up.
All right.
um, yeah, I'll think it was a good stopping point. So you want me to just do the outro and
Sure.
all right. Thank you everyone for watching. Since no one's in the chat, I'll just say, for the YouTube listeners, make sure you like the video and subscribe and all that if you haven't already. Although most of you who are watching it are probably already subscribed, so I don't really have to worry about that. And leave a comment down below so we can actually get into the algorithm. because interaction equals algorithm.
Indeed, would be pretty nice.
So thank you for listening and goodbye.
Bye bye.